So this is going to be some homework for the right hip. We know that we need to add a little more mobility. We need to find your threshold. We're going to go into a little bit of frontal plane movement. I need you in a doorway. I'm in kind of a wide doorway here, but that's okay. I'm going to step about hip width apart, and I'm going to add a little hip tap. Okay, we want to make sure that the whole problem is that pelvis rotates forward, right? So we want to go ahead and stay in the frontal plane, add that hip tap. If you feel like you can do this with no pain, go ahead and find your threshold by going a little bit farther away and add that hip tap to the door. Once you know, that's pretty much as far as I go. If I go any farther, I'm gonna have to really lean in, then that's a little too far. So find your threshold, give it that hip tap. If there's no pain, we're gonna add that top-down driver of that arm going laterally overhead. It's gonna add a little bit more space right there. So now that we've done that and we know we're good, we want to provide some extension in that right hip. So we're going to take that foot and we're going to move it back, and then the left foot is going to be forward. And again, you need to be able to touch the hip to that doorway. So go ahead and no arms. We're just going to add that hip tap. Try not to let that hip rotate. Just tap it, okay? Once we know we have no pain and we're good, we're going to go ahead and add that top-down driver again. We know that internal rotation is a little bit of an issue, so we're going to start with external rotation. So now we're going to take our feet and externally rotate them, which is going to make that femur externally rotate at that hip, and we're going to go ahead and add that hip tap again. No arms. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and add that arm. Reach overhead. There's no magic number. You want to do 3, you want to do 4, you want to do 10? That's fine. Now we're going to add that internal rotation, both feet, okay? We know the hip doesn't like that, so this, without any arms, you might feel like, okay, that's enough. Okay, if you want to add that arm, go ahead and reach it. We're going to do this a few times every day, and you don't have to do that left side. That right side is the issue. So let's just do that right side, and then we're going to follow up with our 3D maps and see if we can help that hip a little bit.